The instruction manual for Super Mario Land 2 tells us that during Mario's previous adventure in Sarasaland, the location of Mario Land 1, Wario took advantage of his absence to take over his castle. He scatters the 6 golden coins which guard the castle's gates into 6 different worlds, from which the game's name derives. In Japanese Buddhism, in Japanese Buddhist funerals, 6 coins are placed in the casket to help the deceased pay for their voyage across the river to the underworld. Super Mario Land 1 is different from other Mario games in that most of the worlds are references to popular mysteries like UFOs, ancient Egypt, Easter Island, the Moai statues, the lost continent of Mu, Chinese ghost tales, the Bermuda Triangle. They're all grouped together into one same land as if exaggerating their quality of mystery. More than a place, they are pure mystery, and mysteries are things unknown. Therefore, it seems like Mario is descending into the unknown, or the unconscious, during this game. Which is why Wario takes the opportunity to rise up into consciousness. This is his first appearance, after all. He is everything Mario doesn't hold in his personality: greed, dishonesty, etc. So it could be seen as the shadow of Mario's psyche, and therefore it had been repressed until the unconscious allowed it to flow out through Super Mario Land 1. Which leads us back to the 6 coins as part of funeral rituals. Again, from a psychoanalytical perspective, death or the underworld is the same as the unconscious, and Mario would need the 6 coins to pay his way into the other side, in this case the castle. In most Wario games, Wario wants a castle because he wants to be as important as Mario, so the castle is not just a building, it has to do with identity and one's self. This is a theme that runs through the entire game. All worlds have something to do with the body and the home. The clearest being the Mario Zone, a big mechanical version of Mario's body, and in its third eye, behind the emblematic M of his name, 3 little pigs in 3 houses of their own have taken over his clockwork head. The tale of the 3 little pigs also deals with the building of a house which has got to be resistant enough, as an allegory of one's laziness versus one's willpower. Here, though, they're not the heroes but the bad guys, and pigs are generally associated with greed, like Wario, and have also made their home in Mario's body. The Mario Castle Zone is therefore a very similar zone to this Mario Zone. The Turtle Zone is also a body, the turtle's body, and at the same time a house, since their home is their shell. Inside the Turtle Zone is a whale. Inside the whale is an octopus boss. So each body is also the home of some other person. Bodies within bodies. The Pumpkin Zone is an effigy of a human head, with a little skull-shaped hut, and then someone living inside of it, like the pig heads in Mario's head. Jack-o'-lanterns are part of Halloween, which is when the dead return to the land of the living. The Macro Zone is just a house, but it shrinks Mario as he enters it. Mario is smaller in his own home than before. The house is expanded to accommodate more inhabitants than he's used to, repressed aspects from his unconscious, or Wario. The Tree Zone is a tree, which is a living organism in itself, but at the same time, it's the home to insects and birds. Trees in mythology tend to represent the body. The Space Zone seems to be a reenactment of Super Mario Land 1, since the boss is also Tatanga, the same boss as the first game. If that game was pure mystery and unconscious submersion, this is also the only land that's separated from the rest, since it is up in the stars, as if Mario has his head in the clouds. The box art shows Mario in bunny ears hopping up to the moon. Japanese folklore sees the moon as being the home of a bunny, so it's as if Mario is returning home towards the moon, the nighttime or unconscious again. The Mushroom House, in this and most other Mario games, is a home, but is also a representation of the body of Toad or the inhabitants of the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario being one of them. Mushrooms are what make Mario's body grow into its full size, too. These zones not only point to the body as the home, but also symbolically reference Wario as the intruder into that home. There's an interesting distinction between Mario and Wario, and it's that Wario has a big red nose, and most bosses in this game share this trait. The evil witch Sabasa has a pointy nose and is dressed in purple, like Wario's color. In fact, Tatanga is also purple, opening the possibility that Mario's battle against him in Mario Land 1 was already an echo of Wario's future appearance into the series. Tatanga in Mario Land 2 appears in Moon Zone, the moon of which has a distinctive long nose, too. As I said, I think the pigs in Mario Zone are greedy like Wario, but also they share his big snout. The Tree Zone houses a crow with a large beak, which has settled there, so a large nose. And the Macro Zone is the house has been intruded by a rat, and his big spiky nose is his weapon against Mario.